Okay, we're going to talk to you now about a few different types of kayaks that are available on the market. We've got a range here from an inflatable range of kayaks or the solid hull kayak. So an inflatable kayak, why would you choose an inflatable? The first reason obviously is because it packs up so small. This one is a double kayak and it packs into a nice compact little bag. So it packs into that size. So kayak of this nature is great for people who have a motorhome or a caravan and they can't store things on the roof and they've got limited storage space. So it's a great way to travel around Australia. You take a kayak like this blows up and down in 2 minutes. This can take over 200 kilos of weight in it. So great for a double. And then you've got adjustable paddles that you can use. The seats are adjustable. You've got lots of storage in the back. And that's got a separate outer shell membrane to protect the bladders. So blowing it up and deflating it is done in under 2 minutes. So that's a great option there for people travelling around with a motorhome. Then you go to the dedicated hard hull kayaks. Now the difference in the performance of these is quite significant. An inflatable boat is obviously going to sit on top of the water and it's not going to move as swiftly through the water as what a dedicated hull designed kayak like these will do. So let me show you the three models we've got. The first one is this one. This one's called the Cool Water Yabby. It's 3 meters long. It's designed for anyone to be able to paddle. So to sit on top kayak, you can see you're sitting in the cockpit here, and you can use this either on the beach or in a river. On a beach you can ride waves on this like you would a surfboard, because you've got scupper plugs in the floor that allow water, when it fills into the boat, it can actually drain away. So the boat is always going to be buoyant. So if someone falls out of a boat like this, they can easily climb back into it, tip the boat out, tip the water out, and then back in, off they go again. So great little kayak, as an entry one if you like. Now this one's they've all got a weight rating, so they'll perform differently through the water. So this one's a great one for someone up to say about 80 kilos to paddle. You've got hatches in the hull. We've got 2 in there. This is a new hatch design, which is called a bucket hatch. It's moulded into the kayak mould and body itself. 100% watertight, fully sealed hatch there, and it's got a lockdown lid design. So you've got all of your valuables nice and secure. The seat itself is a rigid design, so you've got a high back plastic solid structure at the back. You've got it nicely padded at the front and it wraps around your waist, so you're nice and comfortable sitting there. You can actually paddle for quite a long time. This is called a paddle saddle. It clips onto the side of the boat, so your paddle is always secure. You can also see there's these brass inset points on the boat mould itself. This is how all of these attachment points are designed. So they're actually screwed into a brass thread rather than straight into plastic. Makes it a whole lot stronger than if it was just screwed straight into plastic. You can put fishing rod holders on it like this. So you hold your fishing rod in the centre, so you're paddling hands free, and that's a swivel design. So it's quite a neat little kayak that you can have your kids or family going out and having some fun in. That's the Yabby by Cool Water. This one here is a different one again. This one's called the Kingy kayak, also by Cool Water. Great quality boats. These things can hit rocks and sticks and they're not going to get damaged easily. That's the beauty of them. They're not made of fiberglass, they're made out of UV stabilised polypropylene. So it's virtually indestructible. Really good quality hull design. How this one performs different to the Yabby is it will paddle faster and straighter through the water, all because of the underhull design. The side chine structure of the boat is more rigid on this one than the Yabby, so it gives it more side stability. There are 2 channels underneath the bottom of the boat, which you can see here, and they will transfer the water from front to back in a straight line. So when you're paddling, the front nose of the boat is always going to stay straight and true, and you're going to find it's going to move through the water very smoothly and pretty much frictionless. So it's going to be a little bit quicker through the water. Because of its design, it can also take a little bit more weight than the Yabby. This one's rated up to 120 kilos. So it's a great boat for bigger guys. So to feel comfortable in. So you're sitting in the middle of the boat here. You've got footholds, so different sized guys and girls could sit in there. You would ideally sit with your legs just slightly bent. You can see I can sit right back in this boat. I'm sitting quite comfortably. Take my paddle and I'm sitting high out of the water. I'm going to move through the water comfortably. I can sit here, have a fish. This one has fishing rod holders moulded into the hull. Same hatch system. So valuable items can be fitted in here, or even fishing lures or tackle, that sort of stuff. So you can have a lot of fun with these boats, as you can see. So that's the Cool Water Kingy. Now I'm going to show you the biggest one in the single range. And that's called the Cool Water Stingray. Now this one is a longer boat. This one's 3.7 metres long and it can take a load capacity of 170 kilos. So the reason why this one's a popular one is because it's a touring kayak. If you want to catch some decent fish, you might need to go a little bit further offshore. But if you have to work really hard to get that far offshore, say 500 metres offshore, then you're not going to enjoy it as much. So a boat like this is streamlined. It's also very stable and fast moving through the water. So you're going to find you're going to go a lot quicker in this boat than any of the others. With that extra load capacity, you can load it up with a lot of gear. So you can put fishing rods in the hull. You've got a hatch under here to put all your tackle and your bait. A longer cockpit, so you've got actually more leg room here. A great big storage area at the back, so you can put an esky or a tackle bag or anything like that. And if you happen to catch some big fish, that's where they go, at the back, if you're lucky enough. But 170 kilos of weight that can handle, so it's terrific. But one of the great features of this one is this rudder system. So if you're in strong currents or a windy day, instead of fighting that current or wind with your paddling, you've got your foot controls that's controlling the steering of the boat. So you've got really good manoeuvrability, even though this boat is 3.7 metres long. It's a wonderful craft, this one. If you've got in any of the boats that we're showing you here, the one that's the smoothest, the fastest and the easiest to paddle is this one, the Cool Water Stingray. So that's a range of boats that you can choose from. They're all available through Kangaroo Tent City stores. Cool water range, cellular range, a terrific range of good fun kayaks. We also have doubles for families as well. Come and check them out in all Kangaroo Tent City stores.